Hi CCC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we're going to learn how to make this gingerbread man gift card holder. So this is really cute. If you want to give gift cards, this works up really quick, and they make a great gift because it's something you homemade and you've got the gift card in it as well. So I've put a little hanger on it if you want to hang it on a tree or you want to hang it on something, but you don't have to put the hanger on, so that's up to you. I would like to ask you, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notify me bell below if you haven't already. Please share my videos. That helps more than anything. So let's get into the materials. So for your materials today, I'm using doll eyes. If you want to glue anything on here, you need a hot glue gun. And if you don't, then you can just sew anything on. Again, you could just crochet some buttons and put them on. You're also going, I doubled my brown yarn to make sure that this was very sturdy and so I wouldn't have to block it. So that was important for this project. But because I doubled my yarn, I used a 6.5 millimeter hook. You will need a darning needle to work in your ends. And you will also need a pair of scissors. So that's the materials for today. And let's get into the tutorial. We're going to make a magic circle. And we're going to single crochet 6 into the magic circle. Now, the way that we're doing this, it would almost seem like it would need to be stuffed. Of course, you could do that if you wanted to, but it's not needed. This just gives it some sturdiness by doing it this way. So let's do our 6 single crochets into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to pull tight and you're going to do a row of increase. So you're going to go into your first stitch working in the round. I'm not going to use a stitch marker yet, but you might need one. So I'm going to go into this next stitch right here and I'm going to put 2 single crochets, and then I'm just going to count all around. I'm going to put 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around till I have a count of 12. So that's 1 and 2, and in the next stitch 2 single crochets. That's 3 and 4, and in the next 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and 11 and 12. Okay. And now we're going to do one more row of increase. And so at this point, you might need a stitch marker. I've got a piece of yarn for my stitch marker. It's just what I use. I'm going to put it right in there where we just did our last single crochet. And now I'm going to do a row of increase by going into my next stitch and doing 1 single crochet, going into my next stitch and doing 2 single crochets, going into my next stitch and doing 1 single crochet, and going into my next stitch and doing 2 single crochets. So you're just going to do that all the way around. You should have a stitch count of 18 when you're done with this row. So in our last stitch, we'll pull out our stitch marker, and in there we'll do our 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, and now you can put your stitch marker back. And now we're going to do 6 rows of single crochet. So that means we're just going to do 1 single crochet all the way around, and we're going to do that 6 times. So we'll just go into our next stitch and put 1 into the next, 1 single crochet, and you should still have a stitch count of 18 at the end of each one of these rows. So I'll meet back with you in just a minute. Okay, so we finished our 6 rows of single crochet, and now we're going to single crochet 9 across. We still got our stitch marker in. We're just going to work like we would normally, just going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And then you're going to single crochet 9 again. So you're going to go right into this stitch right here, and you're going to put 1 single crochet, and then you're going to put 1 single crochet in your next 8 stitches for 9 total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But 9 in total, counting that first one that we did. Then you're going to chain 1, turn your work again, and now you're going to do 9 single crochets going back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and now you are complete with your body. So now you can cut off, leaving enough to tie in. And so then you'll just chain 1 and pull through. Just like that. Okay, now you can take your stitch marker out. You're going to need that again. So just keep it with you. Okay, so we've got the body done, and now we're going to move on to the head. I'm going to go ahead and work in my ends as well. Start off just like we did the body. We're going to make a magic circle, and we're going to put 6 single crochets into the magic circle. So right into the middle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then pull tight. And then just like we did with the body, we're going to go around putting 2 single crochets in each stitch till we have a count of 12. So I'm going to go working into the round, going right into my first single crochet here. I'm going to put 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the next I'm going to put 2. That'll count as 3 and 4. 2 in the next, 5 and 6. 2 in the next, 7 and 8. And again, 9 and 10. And then into the next, 11 and 12. Okay, and now we're going to need our stitch marker because we're going to make a row of another row of increase. And now we're going to go into our next stitch, and we're going to put 1 single crochet. We're going to go into the next and put 2 single crochets. And go into the next and put 1 single crochet, and go into the next and put 2 single crochets. And we're just going to do that all the way around till we have a count of 18. And now you're going to do 4 rows of single crochet. So this is very similar to the body. You're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. And then when you get to your stitch marker, pull it out and then repeat and keep going. So 4 rounds of single crochet, and I'll meet you back in just a minute. Okay, so we did our 4 rows of single crochet, and now we're going to do a row of decrease. So go into your next stitch and put 1 single crochet, and then you're going to go into your next and do a decrease. So I'm just going to go right in, pull up, just like that, and then go into my next stitch, pull up. I've got 3 loops. I'm going to go through all 3. Then I'm going to do a single crochet in my next stitch, and then do another decrease. I'm going to go right into my next stitch, pull up a loop, go right into my next stitch, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops, go through all 3 loops. Again, do 1 single crochet, and then go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go through all 3 loops. and again 1 single crochet and then a decrease, 1 single crochet and then a decrease, and then 1 single crochet, and then in our last 2 stitches we'll do a decrease. So pull out your stitch marker, pull up a loop in your next stitch, pull up a loop in your next stitch, go through all 3. Okay, and so now we've did a row of decrease, and now we're going to do a row of increase. So we did that, and now we're going to go around and we're going to go into our next stitch and put 1 single crochet, and then go into the next stitch and put 2 single crochets. Then go into the next stitch and put 1 single crochet, and then go into the next stitch and put 2 single crochets. And then go into the next and put 1, and then go into the next and put 2. And you're just going to do that all the way around. And so now you're finished with the head of the gingerbread man. So now we're going to cut off, and then you can tie in just like we did with the body. So just tie in here. And then work in your ends. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sew the head and the body together. So what I've done is this is the front of the body and this is the head. I've just turned it like this, and I'm going to sew this all together by going through all of these stitches here. So I'm going to take my darning needle with my brown yarn on it. I'm going to go through this first stitch, this one, and then go through here. Just like that. I'll leave a little bit hanging so I can work that in. And I'm just going to go back and forth just like this, pulling this together, going through all my stitches. So this is where I said it's kind of weird that it's not stuffed, but that's because when you do it like this, it gives it a good rigidity to hold up, or you don't have to block it or anything. And there's really no need to stuff it, and it'll stand up and everything. So that's why we're doing it like you would an amigurumi project, but still keeping it flat. Okay. So again, just going through all these stitches. I'm trying to hit all of these here. There should be 9 that you need to go through. Okay. And then we're going to work in our ends in the back here. This isn't really going to look like a gingerbread man until we get all of our hands and our feet done and we get everything put on here, okay? But this so far is what it's supposed to look like. And then when you put the card in, that's what it's like right there, okay? So I just wanted to show you that, okay? And now we're going to start on the hands and feet. I'm going to do a magic circle. You're going to put 6 single crochets into your magic circle. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to pull tight. And then you're going to count to 30 doing single crochets all the way around. So you're just going to go into your next stitch right here, working in the round, and you're going to put a single crochet all the way around, counting to 30. So be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you can turn this out like this to make sure it's facing the right way, and then you can see your stitches better. And 8, 9, 10, 11. So you see you're just counting till you get to 30. And then you need to do that 4 times, okay? Okay, so after you count to 30, you're going to slip stitch into your next stitch and then just pull through, okay, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and sew this on. Remember, the feet and the hands are done the same exact way. So I'm not going to do all of them because it'll take forever for the video, but I am going to show you how to sew them on and where to put them, okay? So this would be exactly the same for the arms. So this one is going to go right here, right where this piece is, right below the head, and right here it's going to line up perfectly. So you're going to put that right there and sew it on. And then down here, you're going to go on the back side of your work. So if you flip this over, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 row. In between the 4th and the 5th row, you're going to place your leg right here, and it's going to stick out just like that, okay? And then you're going to sew it on to the back, just like this, and then you would sew it on, okay? So I'm going to show you how to sew these on real quick so you'll know how to sew them all on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of my pieces and I'm going to put them through the darning needle at the same time. Okay, and once you get those on, you're going to flip your work over just like this. You're going to line this up right here, and you're going to try to make where this is at the end, so it's over here, okay? And then you're just going to go through all of these just like you did when you were connecting the head and the body. So just like this. Okay. And now you've got your hand on, and then I showed you how to do this down here, okay? So now I'm going to work in my ends real quick. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do and this is something about the eyes. I've got my doll eyes out here. These should have been put on before we sewed it together so you could put the back on, and I forgot. I'm going to actually probably have to undo it and put that on there. But just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to show you what I would do. You know, you would get the doll eyes that you, and I'm going to place them 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 4th row down, and you would press them through and then put the backs on, but normally you wouldn't have them sewed together already. So just keep that in mind. Don't do what I did. For the cheeks, you're going to make a magic circle. I'm going to use a smaller hook. I'm going to use a 4.25 millimeter hook. If there's anything I've forgotten to put in the materials, they will be in the description box below, okay? So then I'm going to tighten this up, and then I'm just going to put 6 single crochets into the middle of my magic circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I'll just pull tight. I'll go right into my first stitch, pull through for a slip stitch, and then that's all you need for the cheek. And then I will be gluing these on, not sewing these on. So I'm going to pull through with a chain 1, and I'm going to work in my ends, and then that will sit just right there and one right there on the other side. Just want to show you how I do the mouth. So I'm just going to go right over here by this cheek, just like this, and then go over, and then go up again, just like that. And that's how I do my mouth. You can do yours however you like. Okay, to do the icing around everything, small hook, my 4.25 millimeter hook, and my white yarn. And I'm actually just going to start going in just like this. I'm going to go right into the side here, And I'm going to pull in my white yarn. And I'm just going to go through just like this. So I'm just basically doing a loose slip stitch all the way around. I'm catching the stitches as I go. Just like this. The key is you just don't want it to be too tight. And just kind of try to stay in the same line here. But it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the point of this. When you do icing and stuff, sometimes it gets curvy. So, you know, that's how this is going to look more realistic. So I'm just going through, doing the slip stitches all the way around. And this is all you're going to do around everything. Okay. Just like this. And then when you get down to the arm, you're literally just going to go right here and then turn and go around the arm and then go down. And you're just going to keep going around everything, okay? All the way around. And you'll have your legs and your other arm. So you just keep doing that, and then you will end up with this beautiful gingerbread man. And of course you can put your 3 beads there as well. Okay, so that's how this is done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or need any help, don't hesitate to ask. You can ask below in the comments section. You can also, if you're not comfortable with that, you can find, I have a Gmail below, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and by the way, come visit me there too, guys. I have some great content on there as well. Okay, so happy crocheting. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.